Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I got something pretty cool from Giantmouse. I got the GMP9 right over here, knives done right on my table for a review, and I'm just gonna check out the look, the sound, and the feel of this bad boy, but you can check out Fablades.com. You can check out at Fablades on Instagram, and you can also check out what is going on in the comment section right below here. I'm gonna check out what's inside this box, which just shows up, comes up with a double box packaging. Of course, this is like a can holder, and it's just gonna just keep it cold a little bit longer. And neoprene, Giantmouse, knives done right. That's pretty neat. You got a business card with some informations on your knives, and another white box with a little pouch with the mouse, and you get your knife right over here. Look at this. Pretty sleek in the closed position. Doesn't even look like a knife. So this is a pretty interesting one. This is a coated, PVD coated version of this guy right over here. So it's the same knife, just a limited edition, and it's of course like really similar, right? I mean, it's the same knife, of course, just the finish, it's different, and it's pretty cool as well. So this guy, you know, you're gonna talk about this fella. I want to show you, let's check the size first. We got like a 9 centimeters long blade, almost 8.5, 11 centimeters for the handle, and 20 overall in length. I just want to show you a couple of pretty cool blades. I got here a small Sebenza 21. I got a large 21 BHQ exclusive. Of course, you guys, I like Shiro. So neon bronze 3D and a F95 turtle in the house. And I have to show you this fella right over here. Insane. Just, an excuse to show off some of these pretty nice knives that I have, but also gives you an idea of the size, because that's a duck from Cody Utzler, and this is a mini chaos from Walter Randolph. This is insane stuff, guys. But anyways, that's another ballpark. We are in a like lower bracket here. We are in the $400, $500 range. So for a limited edition, secondary prices are roughly like that, and they can fluctuate, but still, this is an interesting one, guys. It's a nice liner lock. You have, of course, the liner right over here. Nicely done, titanium scales. You get a brass backspacer, pretty simple construction, of course. 1 pivot and 2 screws going through the backspacer. You have this pretty neat milling, which is very well done and creates a nice contrast. You see, depending on the angle of incidence of the light. These scales are not flat, so you can see from this side it's kind of like a roof kind of thing. You have lanyard option, which is interestingly done. You see, you got this little hole which goes through the scales, and boom, comes out here. So you can attach safely a lanyard in this position. So there's no like classic hole through the scales comes back from the back, but just like nicely done. And it's in this position over like as well. So if you want to swap the clip, I believe you can. I'm not sure, guys, entirely, because I haven't tried, but looks like you can't. That's it. I lied. You cannot, because it's different. So it was just my impression. Anyways, it's these scales are done without any internal skeletonization. So that's kind of reflecting on the weight, because this is not a light weight knife. Let me see how much is gonna do on the scale. 119 grams. That is 4.23 ounces, so not too bad, actually. This, of course, is a flipper Tantucco, and it's a very interesting knife. It's I like this one. It's not my favorite knife, but I like it. There's some really cool things about this one, and we're gonna check them out. So the construction is simple. It's, I mean, nothing too crazy. I'm spoiled, or my taste is has been refined through the years, but it's simple design. I like the cleanliness of the thing, because the blade just disappears. You have a small flipper tab, which doesn't work at all as a push button, but which is weird because you have jimping for the push button deployment, but I also have some jimping over here, which is when this knife shines. So like that, with a light switch, this thing is just gorgeous. So as a great action, the push button is just mushy. It just doesn't work. So that's one thing that I'm not a fan of. I really like the action though, like the closing action. It's very nice. This is just straight out of the box. I didn't even tune it. I have to tweak it. So very good action with a light switch operation. Pretty mushy push button. No, there's no internal skeletonization, but it's all right. I like the contrast with the back spacer. I would have preferred maybe like to match with the clip to create a little bit, and the colors, you know, to create a little bit of movement. But I understand this is a murdered out knife, so it makes sense to have a little bit of accent right there. It's an interesting knife. Like, the liner is there, the lockup is all right, maybe like 20-25%. You get a deep carry pocket clip. That's pretty deep carry. Strong retention from this spring right over here, and then you get to see this blade right over here. It's a hollow grind, Tanto-esque, straight. Look at the spine of the blade, nicely crowned, with some very functional jimping in the right spot, because you're gonna naturally just hold it like this, maybe not like that, but just like this. And guess what? That's the jimping, so that's gonna be an effective jimping. It's not like super bitey, but it's functional. You can use it. The blade, of course, is coated. You have a little bit of belly here in the tanto part, and just straight edge up to the sharpening choil, which is interestingly strange. You see just like a straight line. It's not like a curve to allow like the employment of your finger as a finger choil, but still, it's there. Sterile looking blade, which I truly appreciate. This sound this guy makes, it's all right. It's not like too loud or like too obnoxious. It's just like a common, clack and a tink. That's pretty nice. But for example, if you want to hear something like crazy nice, just to give you an idea, that's a different sound than this. And to me, the sound that the knife produces is a way for me to understand the quality of the knife. So usually it's very rare that I love the knife, but I hate this sound. So in this case, I'm pretty indifferent to this sound because it's just nothing special. So I'm not saying it's bad, but yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. But the knife itself, it's still good. It has a decent grip. There's no curve, no finger grooves, nothing. You can easily do like a reverse grip because the handle is quite long, but I wouldn't say it's like comfy knife. Like there's a little bit of hot spot in this corner right over here, digging in my flesh. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not like my favorite knife, as I said, but it's a nice one. It's well made. I mean, has a nice design. That was the thing that caught my eye. The straight lines and the fact that it's kind of like a gentleman's knife because you don't see anything, just like a stick, like just a clean look. So that was attractive to me. Sound is all right. Ergos are not the best, but there's not much flexing. It's well put together. Doesn't rattle. The action is on bearings, and I like it because there's no drop shot action. You just need a little nudge to get it down into the handle. So that's very, very cool. Appreciate this action. It's a very nice knife. This is the GMP9, guys, from Giantmouse. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.